Hey Shannon, so I want to go over a few things. So, in the next few weeks, let's really focus on a few things to really step up the game. I know every now and then we do hit kind of like a plateau, and it's sort of just a moment of not feeling as much momentum. So, in order to break that, we are going to set a few simple goals. And instead of feeling like you have all sorts of things to focus on, we're just going to break it down with a few things to focus on per week. So let's focus on the goal of hitting 235 in the next 3 weeks. And that's very realistic. And obviously, more consistency of just doing the most important things really is what pushes the needle forward. So let's get back to the basics with doing all 4 of our workouts. Obviously, getting close to our macros. And I want to have you log about 3 days this coming week, whether it's tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday, or if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just to remind yourself what you're doing in the day. And it's more of it's a motivator as well, because then you're like, okay, it's an eye opener to see half of the day has gone by, and you can look at your food log and say, okay, I have eaten 600 calories, and I'm already close to going over my fats. And then you can kind of say, okay, this is where the intuition and navigational type of thing comes about, where you're like, okay, I'm close to hitting my fats already. I've had a higher fat breakfast and lunch. So when it comes to dinner, I'm going to eat more leaner carbs, more leaner proteins, and then you'll be fine. But if it was the opposite, say you had a ton of fats left, you ate just, minimal fat dense foods throughout the day so far, then you can really bulk up on your dinner and say, okay, I can have more of XYZ that contains fats and carbs, because you have the room to do it with your macros. So that's why logging a few times a week is really just going to help you gain that knowledgeable intuition of how to navigate your day. And that's the overall goal at the end of this whole thing, is to never have to log again, because you know where you're at in your day with your foods. And basically you're always going to ask yourself, okay, how many fats have I consumed today? Like, what fat dense foods have I had that were higher in fats? And as you go through the day, you're just going to know, like, okay, I already had cheese, eggs, avocado, pasta. You know where you're at roughly in your head with protein and fats. And usually halfway through the day, you'll know, okay, I haven't really consumed a lot of protein today. So then you need to just start upping it with every meal after that in that day. So that intuition is, with the knowledge behind it, is what we're aiming at. But let's plan out a breakfast and lunch, and maybe do a little prepping for it. Like, say you prepped some ground turkey or a pork tenderloin. I really like pork tenderloins because they're easy to make, and they are low fat and high protein, and they're really good. And it's just an easy way to get in a huge chunk of protein, like with any meal, basically, whatever you choose during the day. But anything that you choose to prep in terms of a leaner protein will be awesome. And so let's try to plan out having a set breakfast and lunch for the majority of the week coming up. And I will break down the calories and macros of that, just to give a little bit of like a guideline and sample, like meal plan to sort of follow. So it's really good that you feel sore after every workout. Feeling sore is telling you that you are working your muscles. You are breaking those muscle fibers down and rebuilding them and building them, which is what you want to do. We don't want to continue to just do a ton of cardio that just burns calories. We want to work our bodies, work our muscles too, and build that muscle. Because that is what ultimately creates long-term sustainable fat loss, is building that muscle foundation. So you will be simultaneously losing fat and building muscle and doing your resistance and cardio workouts during the week. But like I said, consistency of the most important things to do during the week is going to take you to the finish line. So doing those workouts consistently and making sure you're not going way over your fats and calories each week. And obviously getting in protein. But let's just buckle down a little bit more. Sometimes we lose that momentum, like I said. But let's also make the goal of hitting 7,000 steps a day for 5 days straight. So you can track that every day and make it a goal. So the 3 big things that I have you guys write down every day are: when you wake up in the morning, just write down 3 important things that you want to get done in the day. It can be anything, and it can be non-health and fitness related too. Just 3 important things that you want to get done. So if hitting your steps of 8,000 steps that day is what you want to do, put that on there. Logging your food, you can put that on there. Organizing your closet, you can put that on there. Every day, I want you to write out 3 big things that you want to get done in that day, every day in the morning. So it'll just kind of set the tone and give you more of that like motivation to actually do it. So also I want you to update your pictures, and that's it. Let's plan on that. Let's plan out a few breakfast and lunch options, which I will break down the macros and calories of that. So then you can intuitively navigate the rest of your day after that, knowing that, okay, my breakfast was 300 calories, my lunch was 500 calories. And then after that, you can consume the rest of your macros, knowing what you have left. But let's focus on that. So also let me know if you have been reading your personal development book, even just a few pages a day. Literally, it could be 2 pages just to start your day off. It's just going to help. It really does help overall with gaining more of a routine and just getting your mindset in a better place for the day. But I mean, I understand it is hard to get in the swing of things, especially when you leave town or you're just feeling stagnant and unmotivated. It's hard to get into the swing of things again. But once you do, your momentum is high and you feel just so much better. And it's only created with you. It starts with you. It begins with you. And what you want is already inside of you. What you need is already inside of you. We just have to continuously work on bringing that out of us. And we're all the same way. We have to take action in order to create that momentum and keep that momentum flowing. But it is non-linear. It goes up and down, and we just have to keep working at it and stay consistent each week with the most important a few of the most important things to always do. So let's focus on these things, and I hope this helps. And I really think planning out the breakfast and lunch and breaking down the macros and having a few options to choose from will help. So it's kind of like a half a day's worth of like a meal plan. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and we will touch base soon.